What is up, guys? Welcome to the Happy Trails Outdoor Experience. My name is Ryan, and today I just want to talk. So I know that I haven't been posting a lot of videos lately, and I do apologize to all you guys that consistently view my my adventures out here. During the winter, I don't really do much. I kind of focus on working out, and I work to death. I just try to save money, and that's how I occupy my time during the winter, because I absolutely hate being cold. And I know that a lot of people are going to be able to relate to this. Through basically my entire life, I have struggled with winter or seasonal depression, and man, it was not easy to deal with at first, and I'm getting better. I think a reason for that is because I find ways to occupy my time, and I have found ways to remain positive and hopeful, and really to keep my mind busy and my body healthy. Making better choices for the winter. You know, getting out of bed every day is a challenge, I know, but that's the hardest part of the day, is just putting your feet on the ground most of the time. I started the Happy Trails Outdoor Experience to, one, really conserve my memories, and number two, the name of the channel is the Happy Trails Outdoor Experience, and there's an underlying message in the name itself. That message is that, I find so much happiness and purpose in being in the outdoors, doing whatever it is that I'm doing, whether I'm hiking or fishing or biking or whatever it might be that day. I just want to be outside in the fresh air with the sun on my skin. That stuff makes me happy. So I know that there's a lot of people out there that can relate to that, the Happy Trails Outdoor Experience. Now, I haven't really touched too far on the motivational side of things, mainly because I'm self-conscious and I don't want to be judged. Anytime I've ever opened up, I've always been judged, and it doesn't feel very good. So I've been really closed off to the world for the past few years, and it's probably a good thing, because I don't want to bring any type of negativity to anybody's table, honestly. And everybody knows when you're in that type of mindset that, you can't really help it. That's your reality, and whatever you choose to express in that moment is you're gonna say how you feel. And if you're not feeling very good, it's not good to keep it in, but at the same time, I don't want to bring it to everybody in a way that's going to be toxic. So right now, I am feeling pretty good. It is the middle of winter, and usually at this time, it would be very hard for me to deal with, but I'm doing really well. And so looking back on from where I came from, I can relate still to what I've experienced, and I want to bring a message to you guys. I think so many people that I speak to feel stagnant. They feel like they're on this treadmill. They feel like they're not doing anything with their lives, and they feel like they aren't fulfilling their higher purpose, like they should be doing something else, or like maybe they were, meant for something a little bit bigger than whatever they're doing. And I feel like a lot of people, are comparing themselves to people that they really shouldn't be comparing themselves. You shouldn't compare yourself to anybody. You're who you are, and, whatever that looks like at the end of the day, you should be proud of that. Even if you're struggling, you should still be proud of yourself and say, damn, I made it through that, or I'm getting through this. You gotta go through it to get through it, kind of deal. And man, I just gotta tell you guys that no matter how you feel right now, it's not gonna last forever. And if you don't get through the bad times in life, then you can never really get to the good times in life. You know what I mean? Like, you have to fight through the bad times to get to the good times. That's what it is. For me, winter time was always the worst time, and I would always get through it by lifting weights and staying fit and making money and trying to stay focused on my short-term and long-term goals, and just to pass the time away, and it has worked. You know, I look forward to the summer every year, but for some reason these past few years the winter has not been hard on me at all. Like, I remember when I was younger, I would stay asleep, you know, I would stay awake at night trying to go to sleep. My mind would be racing, my chest would be tight with this anxiety, and, you know, it's hell. It is torture. And I know that there are so many people out there that are still going through that today. Now, here's a little piece of me. I've never been medicated. And, you know, I've dealt with everything in my own way. It's been hard, and I have nothing against anybody that you know, seeks help. There's nothing wrong with that. You should seek help if you need it. Everybody needs help. You can't do everything by yourself. It's something that I'm just now learning in life, that you can't do it all by yourself. You can't. It's just impossible. There's a pride thing there. You know, a lot of people feel like they're either bothering somebody by seeking help, or like they're not worth the time, or that it doesn't matter. And all those things are not true. That's a voice that y'all should not be listening to ever, honestly. Because that's not healthy. You've got to do well for yourself. And if that means seeking help, whether you're talking to somebody, whether it's a counselor, a therapist, or, you know, your brother or sister, whatever, if you need the medication, that's why they're there. You know what I mean? Like I said, nothing lasts forever. And that remains true for things that are good and bad. You know, things are always going to constantly change in your life. There are so many variables that go through the day-to-day aspect of life that change is the only thing about life that is constant. You know what I mean? Like, so a lot of that brings me to my next point. A lot of us don't like change. Change is scary for us because we don't know what the future is going to look like. And I think a lot of us are afraid of failure too. But I think what we all need to do is put a little bit more value on ourselves, and find any way that you can to get through it, because there are better days ahead. You know, you're not stagnant. You know what I mean? It might seem that way now, but you have to have patience. Patience is also something that I've learned over time. I am a fisherman, so I'll sit in front of a pond literally for 12 hours and only catch one fish, because I have that much patience for that. But if it comes to something that I want, you know, we live in a day and age where instant gratification is a thing. You know what I mean? Like, if you want something, most people can get their hands on it right now, and a lot of us, if we get told no, we really don't like that. And so I feel like that's where the stagnant feeling comes from, especially when we're chasing bigger, harder to reach, long-term goals. It's easy to look at the big picture and become overwhelmed. It's really easy to look at the big picture and say, I'm never going to get there, it's impossible. But that's not true. That's not true at all. Every day, if you just do a little bit, you're going to be that much closer. The small decisions that we make every day collectively pushes us towards the end result of that goal that you might have in mind. Anything is possible here, guys. Anything is possible. Some of us get lucky, and others have, you know, a well thought out plan that is initiated, and short-term goals push us towards our long-term goals. But you're not stagnant. Don't ever think that you're stagnant. Sometimes we just can't. Sometimes all we can do is wake up and breathe. And if that looks like crying your eyes out, that's okay, because you're still alive. You know, as bad as it gets, I mean, I know that some people are out there thinking right now that it can't get much worse, but it can. Everything that you ever have in your life can be taken from you. And death is not the worst thing that can happen to you. Look at yourself. If you have an able body, there's a lot of people out there that wish that they could go to work. You know, even if you hate your job, there's a lot of people out there that wish that they could go and make money every day and socialize with people. There are a lot of people out there that, took their health for granted, and now they don't have that. So no matter what your situation is in life, try to appreciate life and the people that are in it to your greatest ability. I know it's hard. I know in those moments where it's the darkest, it is so hard to see the light. I know that it is. I've been there so many times before. And you have to keep pushing. You have to. You have the obligation to the people that you love to keep pushing, and the people that love you to keep pushing. For me, being able to go fishing and hiking and mushroom hunting and all of these things, I know that I bring the entertainment side to the table, but there is a huge reason why I do what I do. These things make me happy. I find purpose in doing these things, and you guys should find that too. You guys should make it your life's mission to find whatever it is in life that brings you purpose and happiness. Sometimes, if you have somebody that is troubled and all they need is for you to be there, that's all you gotta do. Just be there, you know what I mean? I know that life is complicated, but it doesn't have to be as complicated as a lot of us make it out to be. Like I said, a lot of people out there are looking at the big picture, and I'm guilty of that. Looking at the big picture can really overwhelm you, and life will run you over. There is an old saying. It's from a movie. I'm going to tell you what you already know. Life ain't all sunshine and rainbows. The world is a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. Doesn't matter how hard you hit. All that matters is how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. So, what I'm trying to say is, look, if you're having a hard time, everybody struggles. Everybody does. And there's beauty in that, okay? There's pride in that. There's pride in the struggle, especially whenever you get to where you want to be, especially whenever you achieve that goal, whether it's short-term or long-term. If you've struggled to get there, there is pride in that. There is beauty in that. There's knowledge in that. If you're not struggling, I'm sorry guys, but you're not growing. A lot of the times when you're going through something that sucks, it doesn't feel right at the time, but if you're doing something that sucks with your life, then most of the time I hate to say it, but it's a good thing. There's another saying that says, breakdowns create breakthroughs. And to some extent that is true. But we gotta really be nice to ourselves here, guys. We gotta give ourselves credit when it's due, and we gotta watch the way we're talking to ourselves, because we all have value, We're all human, and at the end of the day, our abilities are limited, but the possibilities are not. So don't be afraid to look for help. Get yourself a team. Get some good people behind you that want to see you succeed. And just keep pushing. Just keep pushing. Love your life. Love yourself. And don't be afraid to struggle. Don't be afraid to fail. You know what I mean? The most successful people in this world, they've learned through failure. They've learned through their mistakes. Everybody messes up. Don't be too hard on yourself. You really got to pay attention to the way that you're talking to yourself. When you look at yourself in the mirror, if you don't like what you see, it's up to you to change that. If you don't like something in your life, if you don't like your job, or the relationship that you're in, you have to change that. I know that it hurts ripping the Band-Aid off, but that is the worst part. Just like starting out your day, the worst part of my day is putting my feet on the ground. That's the hardest part, getting out of bed most of the time. But once you get that ball rolling, that's all it really is. But I just wanted to bring that message to you guys because, like I said, I've been talking to a lot of people lately that just feel stagnant, and it's been more than one person. It's been a lot of people that have been struggling lately, and I know that, you know, with the economy and the current state of the world, it's been hard on all of us. But when you divide, you always end up with less. So try to lock arms with the person that's standing next to you, whoever that may be, and look at them and tell yourself that we're going to get through this. And when we do, we're going to be better off. I think that's all that I have to say for today, guys. I'm sure I'm going to be posting more videos like this. I can feel myself raising my vibration in a way that, you know, I don't really care if somebody judges me because I know that I'm trying to spread positivity, you know what I mean? There are a lot of miserable people out there that don't want to see anybody else happy. And I pity those people. But I'm not going to be one of those people. You know what I mean? Anyway, like I said, I'm sure that I'm going to be posting more videos like this, guys. So, if you want to, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Give me a thumbs up. And I know, like I said, I haven't been posting a whole lot of videos, and I plan to be posting videos as soon as it gets warm out. Like, I've been wanting so bad to get out on the first day that we have that's been warm, and we've had some decent days lately, but I've had a hernia surgery, and I haven't been able to do anything because I've been on restrictions. So I've been spending a lot of time on the couch and trying to heal up so that I can get back to work and all that. But the first chance I get, I will be uploading another adventure. We do have big plans for this summer, so stick around, guys. I mean, it's always a good time whenever we get out there. So until then, take care of yourselves, and hopefully I'll see y'all again here real soon on the Happy Trails Outdoor Experience. Thanks for watching, guys.